Hello my gorgeous Sagittarius, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's in between the 5th and the 11th of September 2022. At the beginning of the week you are going to become aware of a person who is trying to take an advantage of you. Okay, so this is important, this is really important in itself. You becoming aware of someone who is trying to take an advantage of you. And this is not going to completely surprise you, because subconsciously, you already felt something, that voice, that powerful voice within was already kind of trying to make you to pay attention to it already. So subconsciously, you were aware of it already. So you're gonna kind of not going to be completely surprised. But the bottom line is, when you become aware of who is trying to take an advantage of you, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Like, I cannot even explain to you how important this is going to be actually when it comes to you recognizing this in itself, because that in itself, it's really going to make you aware of a really powerful capability, of your own capability, what you're capable of. And this is important because it's very strongly connected to your spiritual journey, which means that this is a lot to do with your soul purpose, but somebody just trying to really take that away from you by trying to point you towards the direction that no longer serves you, or towards the direction that it's not good for you. So this is why you have to trust yourself above anything and everything else in this life. So this is going to be good for you, because it's going to show you exactly which part of your life do you need to nurture as much as you possibly can. And you becoming aware of exactly the part of your life that you need to nurture, in terms of putting so much more energy towards as much as you possibly can. Okay, by doing that, you are going to become aware of the fact that one phase is ending and the new phase is about to begin. So you are going to feel these little bits and pieces of excitement within. So over those stages and periods in your life, over those stages in particular where you would normally be like, oh my god, you would maybe go a little bit, oh no, scared or negative. Now you're going to feel the sparks of the creativity within you, which is in itself going to become your guiding light. It's like a really powerful sign in itself. And that, as soon as you become aware of one phase ending and the new phase in beginning, you need to pay attention to two things in particular. Number one is you have to incorporate the fact that you need to bring a bit balance into your life. So you need to incorporate the balance when it comes to you feeling good and you feeling fun while you're doing this particular thing, while you're focusing this particular path, because this is the whole point of our spiritual existence, is to just follow our passion. Every single one of us have something different about us, different things, different opinion, different energy, different vibration, different passion, different spiritual journey. So this is all kind of very unique about ourselves. So the more we kind of get closer to those points of our life, the greatest things we are going to achieve later on. And even if at the time things seem to be quite confusing, this is exactly what you should be doing. So on one hand, you're going to understand that you need to bring a balance and fun into your life, but then on another hand, you will also understand that now it's time to take action. And also when it comes to creative projects and things like that, this is most certainly going to be really successful. So any projects that come to you at this moment in time, any kind of ideas that you have at this moment in time, it's not just coming from anywhere, it's coming from the very powerful combination of the numbers that we are having this week. The week is starting at the 5th of September, so you are kind of already halfway there, but then the week is ending on the 11th of September. So number 11 is extremely powerful when it comes to us understanding something so unique about ourselves, so unique about our spiritual journey, but also understanding where our power is, where our strength is, where our confidence is, and things like that. So on one hand, you need to remember to bring a balance and fun into your life, and then on another hand, you will know that it's time to take action indeed. Okay, and also while you're taking action, you're having fun too. This is an element that is so so important, because you're getting closer to yourself. You're coming back home to yourself. Your spirit is rejoining on this spiritual journey with yourself. So of course that this is going to be so important. And at the same time, you are going to find a really interesting lesson here. Okay, you're going to discover the purpose of this, but in this situation, you know, especially when it comes to you becoming aware of someone's dishonesty and someone trying to take an advantage of you. You know, this is going to go on the level number 3577 in terms of you finding the lesson here, in terms of you discovering the purpose in the situation, but also in terms of you trusting, you know, that you are actually learning something really big about yourself, about your life, and ultimately something huge about your own spirituality and the actual importance of it, the importance of following your own good advice, and the importance of trusting yourself, and importance of you above everything and anything else, knowing what is the best for you. Look at this, my gorgeous Sagittarini. I just had a wish to, there you go, this just flicked over, of course. It's a Knight of Swords, of course. So it's, you see this, you see what I mean? I didn't even have to shuffle these little babies. It just jumped out. And what was I saying? It's all about being brave. It's all about being strong. It's all about like kind of understanding that there is like an action that you need to take, but it's also to do with making an important step, which is going to stem from your own bravery. It's going to be required from you to be strong and to be bold and to believe in yourself, to believe in your weirdness, to believe in those things that come to you, because they are coming from somewhere very sacred indeed. So it's all about understanding that by the end of the week you are going to make a quite bold action, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So when I'm shuffling these cards, I can also sense like a lot of spirits here, my gorgeous Sagittarini. The spirits are in this room as we speak, and I'm just shuffling these cards, and this is most certainly going to be the message from the spirits in this room when it comes to this week as well. And there you go, you've got two here. Look at this. So there you go. So it's all about the beginning of a very important plan. You know, you're going to be inspired this week so much by the end of this week, and the way you're going to be inspired, you know, it's going to feel different, because at the same time, while you're thinking about what you're going to be so inspired about, you know, you're going to see something, you know, at around the midweek especially, and what you're going to see is going to inspire you so much, but at the same time you will not even realize that you are already creating this, you're already making this happen, and you've got everything that you possibly need in order to actually do this. So do not doubt yourself whatsoever, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Okay, and also when it comes to the midweek, you know, you are gonna feel like do you know what you're going to feel? When it comes to the actual midweek, you're going to feel like a bit of a pressure. You're going to feel like a quite overburdened feeling, but you're going to feel like a little bit of excessive pressure. Now, this is actually brilliant. So listen, I know it sounds like, oh my God, pressure, lying, manipulation, this and that. No, baby, no. This is important. Life is not all pink, blue, and purple and beautiful like all the time. Sometimes we come across people who really surprise us. Like, my God, with their actions, like almost like some people can really seem like a little bit evil, and it doesn't make sense, you know. But then on another hand, we can also be surprised with the actions that a certain people do in this life, and we can't believe what they're doing, for example. So it's all about your own grounding, your own centering, and your own understanding as well. So when I say that you're going to feel so much pressure at around the midweek, like so much pressure, you know, and this is like this is actually really good because it's about the pressure that you felt for a while, but also at the same time, listen, the pressure that you're going to feel, that particular reason, this is what you need to single out. Why you feel so pressured? Why you feel like, oh my God, so negative? Why do you feel like such an overburdened feeling, you know? This is really important for you to understand what this is exactly, because that in itself, it's a golden moment, baby. What you're going to feel so pressured about, like, oh my God, so negative and overburdened, you know, and this has been going on for a while now. This is very personal to you, extremely personal to you. So it's just bouncing back until it gets resolved. And now the difference is, as soon as you become aware of this part of your life, like that pressure that you're gonna feel, that particular pressure, it's also the golden moment is, well, pam pam pam, it's soon about to be resolved. It's soon about to be resolved, and almost instantly, almost immediately, there is going to be some kind of idea that you are going to have here. You will have an idea about that very pressure you were feeling for a while, and important to know that this almost affected like your confidence. This almost not quite, but almost affected your confidence. Okay, so this is kind of like connected to so many different parts of yourself, so many different elements. So you will have an idea about that very pressure you were feeling for quite a long time, but at the same time it's important to note that this almost affected your confidence, and that, you know, it's going to be followed by a sign, by a very unusual sign. But this sign, this moment, is gonna be undeniable, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is going to be followed by a sign that you are doing the right thing. That sign will remind you of what you do not want in your life anymore, and this is gonna be so important and significant when it comes to that little bit of power, a little bit of push that we need at this kind of situations in our life. It's gonna give you a bit of a spiritual petrol, and you will of course like it. You know, it's all about you understanding when it comes to this week in general, you know, to look beneath the surface. By looking just remember this when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, look beneath the surface. Okay, by you looking beneath the surface, a balance is going to be restored. Once the balance is going to be restored, you are going to be facing new directions in your life, and this is going to happen by the end of this week, where you are going to be facing very, very interesting and rather delicious opportunities. And also, when it comes to the last part of this week, this is brilliant, you know. You are really, this is so important here, because first of all, you're going to get a message, information, or some kind of news, and you're going to feel very, very happy about it, because that message, news, and information that you're going to get, it's really going to reflect on you and your particular situation, where you're going to become aware of like, oh my God, it's almost like going to be a victorious moment for you at that moment in time, because that victorious moment means that you are going to be facing a really, really wise choice. This wise choice that you're going to be facing, it's only going to seem something tiny, little, but my Lord, this is going to become such a big part of your life. It's to do with a victory, but it's to do with a really wise choice that you're going to be making, but it's not going to seem as big, as important, as huge, as significant. My goodness, this is where things are going to start becoming really interesting for you, because you're starting here something really big, but it's gonna seem like tiny. And I'm saying this is gonna be big because by the time you get to the end of December 2000, yes, December, I said, by the time you get to the end of December, your life is gonna go on a completely kind of like a different level. There is so much that is going to be around you that you were looking forward in life, that is actually going to become available to you much sooner, much earlier than you possibly expected. So you see the actual very strong correlation with everything that's happening right now and the next 3 months indeed. Okay, and also, you know, that wise choice that I'm talking about, it's all about you kind of like a really, it's to do with the promotion of your own life. But as soon as you become aware of that wise choice at the end of the week, you also need to kind of be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself what took over your life, because there is some kind of domination. It's going to become absolutely evident. Domination, someone or a group of people or the part of your life is just dominating your life in a very, very negative way, and almost as if you're not like still honest with yourself, and you're not going to be able to take this on until you're honest with yourself who or what it's actually dominating your life in this particular stage. So you have to be honest with yourself what took over your life. And this is good. This is brilliant, because you're about to set yourself free. You're about to set your heart free. You're about to like kind of become a really free spirit at this moment in time. So this is going to really reflect on you, like understanding this and feeling this need, you know, to move on a completely different level at this moment in time. But also it's going to make you aware of things you weren't aware of before, or about the things on the outside, about the things that doesn't doesn't have anything to do with your life in particular, but it has been affecting you for a while. So you need to break free from this as well. So it's all about you understanding the need to move on a completely different level, but at the same time, it's all about you wanting more out of life than what you are actually going through at the moment. So it's about finding yourself on a really powerful spiritual quest, and this is going to be big because it's going to lead towards you choosing to make big life changes. But at the same time, it's as important to understand that priorities are changing as well. This is going to be, my gorgeous Sagittarini, as important. And look at this. I just had an urge to do this again, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Just a tarot card, just a tarot card, just a tarot card to cover this week, just a tarot card to cover this week. There you go. Like, oh my goodness. I mean, come on. You know, you're also going to have a really spontaneous situation. You know, something is going to happen to you this week, also out of the blue. And it's just going to work with absolutely everything that I said so far. And this, what is going to happen to you completely out of the blue, completely spontaneously. You're going to find yourself on a certain path, completely unplanned. You'll be facing the certain situation completely unplanned, and then suddenly you're going to feel something is going to give you such a wonderful idea is the enthusiasm that you're going to have. What you're going to feel, it's going to help you to connect to like a very, very powerful spiritual level, and that in itself, it's really going to make you aware of exactly what part of your life you need to explore. The more you explore this, what attracted you so much, the more you're going to find yourself. The more you explore what attracted you so much this week, the more you're going to come out of yourself, and the more you're going to get back to yourself, you know, in terms of your spirit, come back to itself. You know, I'm not saying your spirit was away, but I'm just telling you that you're going to feel something you haven't felt in a long time. What you're going to see this week, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it's going to inspire you so much, and this in itself, it's a very, very strong moment. It's going to help you to understand something very specific about yourself, but also it's just going to start changing your life in the best possible way. And it's also going to make you aware of the fact how important it is for us to be as unique as possible, how important it is for us to follow those bits and pieces that make us feel so happy about ourselves. Even if they're really tiny, they are important parts of our spirit. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.